So I had a lot of questions as to just basically how does the planter work, and this particular planter works very well. But they were meaning more of an in general thing of how does it get the seed in the ground and all that. And so on the planter we start, there's some basic stuff. The planter has to be pretty level with the tractor, so our main beam is level to the horizon. And I'll show you the parallel arms when I get around the corner. But we start with the liquid and the fertilizer and the air system. So the air, we're only running just the tiniest bit of down pressure right now because the ground is very soft. We don't want a tremendous amount of down pressure because then that's going to pack the soil around the row unit and around under the row unit and around the sidewalls of our V trench being made. They call it sidewall compaction, clever enough. And what that does is it will impede root growth, and it will actually create, I hope I do not have it right here, but okay, so we can see this root. It's nice, big, round, lots of roots there. Had we had sidewall compaction from either being too wet or too much down pressure, this would be a mohawk. Like your 6-year-old kid in the bathtub, it would have come off the stalk. It would have been long with the direction of travel, but it literally would have just been a narrow mohawk of roots from that sidewall compaction. So we watched that close, and you can just, it's a physical sight thing, and getting out and checking it. And that's the airbag right here, little airline there. And then we got our liquid coming. Today we're running water with some insecticide in it. This field we've had some wireworms, grubs, and other bugs that love to eat on our seed. That is kind of counterproductive to growing a crop. We don't run the insecticide on every acre, but this field, it's going to get some. And so so with the planter frame being level, we've got our parallel arms, and these allow the row unit itself to ride up and down independent of each other moving across and of the main frame, so we can maintain our depth. Our row cleaners are floating, so if they hit something, they can move up and down, and they're just tickling the ground. And all we want to do is just cut and move some of that trash out of the way. We don't want to be moving much dirt, especially on soybeans. Corn, that was the big advantage on corn by going to strip till from no-tills. Right here is the perfect scenario. You got that little bit of pinched residue down there. On soybeans, there's a great chance that them seeds will still germinate. We got enough water or moisture in the soil. If that was corn, that residue can actually wick moisture away from the seed and kill the seed. But yeah, so we got our opener discs, and they run at a slight angle, and they literally create a V in the ground, and then our seed tucks down at the bottom of the V. Our gauge wheels here, we're set at 1.5 inch depth, and so this disc is 1.5 inches below. And so the meter comes around, and it drops the seeds right here. Boop, they go down that seed tube, and you see a great shot of the seeds down in that V right there. And there they are. And then we're going to come to the closing wheels, and we can see kind of how they will press down and close that trench. We come behind here, and the trench is closed. We got to watch our closing wheel down pressure. It's adjustable here. What we want is so the trench is getting closed, but we don't want to be mushing them wheels down into the ground. We just want to get that trench closed and that seed tucked in so it can have good soil contact. And so that for the most part is pretty basic of the row unit. The population, we had some hiccups with the hydraulic drive, so we went back to ground drive for right now. And that's that 10-speed setup, just like on your bike. The ground wheel runs the lawnmower tire, which then spins our seed meters. Pretty simple, it's easy to adjust. with the advanced seed monitoring in the cab, you can dial in that population very well. So yeah, that's just for the guys that were wondering, just kind of a basic rundown. I know there's a lot of tuning and stuff that you're watching through the row unit, making sure you get enough population and the down pressures and closings and all that. But for the most part, that's it. We don't have to get too scientific. But yeah, there we go. Well, I better get back to it.